Well, good afternoon. Just here to show you today a few things. We've done a little bit of stuff in the way of laying out our kitchens because we're getting a lot closer over in this house to kind of wrapping up the house, putting the doors in, locking it up, and starting on the work inside, our insulation and our drywall, all that kind of stuff. So first thing we'll show you is all of our doors are now here. So we have our doors, and how doors work is we actually build these openings about 1 inch wider than the door. So when the door goes in, theoretically we should have a 1/2 inch on each side of the door all the way around, and about the same on the top, maybe a little more, and that allows us to absolutely square the door and make sure that the door is level inside of that opening there. So tomorrow morning, first thing, we'll be leaning these doors up, and you can see the doors are all put into place where they need to go. Front door by the front door, and the garage doors in by the garage doors. And once we get these doors in, here's our front door, really nice front door, full transom top, side lights all the way around. It just is a great looking door. And once we get all these doors in place, that will mean that our house is effectively locked up, so people won't be able to get in, and that's kind of a benchmark that we try to get to quickly when we're building, is we get to lock up. So another thing that we've done today is we've laid out our kitchen. So the way that we, or at least the way that I like to do it, is I like to actually make sure that as you can see, our work site is always clean. We like to keep it all nice and tidy. We in fact have a lot of trades comment on how much they like working here because it's always clean. But you can see I've been showing you here, because the floor is nice and clean, we can actually draw out all of our cabinets. So you can see there's our dishwasher, there's our cabinets in there. We centered our sink. Very critical that we actually make sure that our sink is centered, if you follow that line all the way up, right on our window. So our center of our window chases right down to the center of our sink. So that way, when we put our lights in, when we put everything in, it all looks balanced and correct. It doesn't look off. You know, it's very kind of, in our opinion, we like to make sure that all that stuff is figured out ahead of time. From this section here, we center our stove, so it gives us cabinets on either side, and that'll be actually a cooktop. We've got a wall oven and a microwave over here. We've got this great side-by-side freezer and fridge. We've got water coming down to the ice maker in the freezer, and then a full-height fridge. We've already got, you can see yesterday we actually had our vacuums installed, and these are our kick plates, so we can actually have a kick vacuum in the bottom of this cabinet here, which is going to be kind of a little desk area with hung cabinets up top. Now, what this allows us to do is show our cabinet people exactly what we want, put exact measurements in place to make sure proportions and layout is correct, and it also allows us to lay out our lighting. So you can see all those little dots on the floor are where our pot lights are going to go. You can also see too, because I've mocked up where the granite will go, is I've mocked up where exactly we want our pendant lights to hang. So this stops, sometimes you'll see in houses the lights aren't correctly on the island or on the counter. It's because they didn't do this first. Not everybody does this. We do this because it stops the lights from hanging down in the wrong place when the place is complete, the drywall is in. We don't have to rip things up and change things around. So anyhow, all of our lights are in. You can see now our electrician knows by seeing the dots on the floor that he will drop wire up there and put pot lights in. Fireplace surround is built. We're moving very close to locking up. Those doors will go in tomorrow. We'll show you when they're all up, and this house will be all locked up. Talk to you soon.